Good morning, students. Higher secondary, second year, computer science, unit 2, lesson 8, strings and string manipulation, part 2. In the last class, we learnt about string definition, creating string, accessing the character in a string, modifying and deleting a string, replace function with example, some of the string operators such as concatenation plus, append plus equal to, and last and final one repeating asterisk. In this class, we are going to see about string slicing, string striding. First of all, string slicing. Slice is a substring of a main string. A substring can be taken from the original string by using square bracket operators and index or subscript values. Thus, square brackets is also known as slicing operator. This is one word question. Square brackets is also known as slicing operator. Using slice operator, you have to slice one or more substrings from a main string. General format of slice operation, str within square bracket, start of the index value colon by end of the index value, where start is the beginning index and end is the last index value of the character in the string. Python takes the end value less than 1 from the actual index specified. Here some of the examples. First example, slice a single character from a string. Slice a single character from a string. This is the string, that is Thirukural. That value is stored in str1. From that, we are slicing a single character by using the str1 square bracket of 0. So, the index value start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. The first character is T, that is represented as str1 of 0. So, we are slicing a character, a single character from a main string Thirukural. In example 2, slice a substring from index 0 to 4. 0 to 4, we have to give the index value, next value to 4, that is 5, 0 to 5. Then we get the result 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 4, that is 4 is nothing but n minus 1, that is 5 minus 1, that is equal to 4. So, we are getting from 0 to 4 values, that is Thiru. So, we get the substring Thiru from the main string Thirukural by using the function, by using the operator, slicing operator, square bracket with index values. In example 3, slice a substring using index 0 to 4 but without specifying the beginning index. Here we are not giving the value of beginning index, that is 0. It is enough to colon 5, that is the end value only, for extracting the first 4 values, first 0 to 4 values Thiru. It is same result as THIRU. In final example, slice substring using 0 to 4 but without specifying the end index. Here index value from here 6 to 11, 6 to 11, that is from 6 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 is K, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6 to 10, that is Coral. We are getting the value 6 to 10. Here we need not giving the value, end value. Simply within square bracket we indicate as 6 colon, then we get the substring of index value 6 to 10, Coral. This example is illustrated by using IDLE window in interactive mode. Assign the value str1 equal to Thirukural. Tirukkural. Now extracting a single character by using print function. Print of str1 of 0, that extract a single character from Tirukkural. Now we get the value t. In the same way, we get the substring value 0:5. Then we get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 characters from the Tirukkural substring. We get Thiru. In this example, we are not giving the starting value, but give the end value only, 0 to 4. Now we get also Thiru. Suppose we give the start value and end value 6:11. 11 is the last character. We get the Kural. In this following example, we are not giving the start value, but give the we are not giving the end value from 6 to 6 colon. That means 6 to last character of the Tirukkural in str1 value, that is Tirukkural. Now we get the same result, Kural. These examples are for slicing operator, that is square bracket. Next example, program to slice substrings using for loop. We can slice a substring from the main string by using the for loop. Here is an example. str1 value is computer. A string value is computer. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters. The starting index value is 0. For loop is used here to extract each and every character I in str1. That means when I is 0, starting value, it indicates C, and so on. Print str1 of colon. We give here the end value only. We give here end value only. First value 0 plus 1, that is 1, colon 1. So we extract a single character str1 of 0 only, that is C. In the second step, index value is incremented by 1, so index value is 1. In second step, print str1 of colon end value 1 plus 1, 2, so 0, 1. We are getting the extract the two characters 0 and 1 only. In third step, index value is 3, colon 3, that means 0, 1, 2, that is COM. In fourth value, fourth step, index value is getting 5 here, colon 5, so we get COMP. And similar cases in the next each and every step we get up to computer. This example is done by using IDLE window. File open, slicing operator. Now here string value is computer, starting index value is 0. It is in each and every step it is incremented by 1 value. Here we are print a string value with a substring value, extract from the main string computer by using str1 of square brackets value. We are giving here colon end value only. End value is indicated by index plus 1 each and every time. It modifies by using this statement. So we get the result C to the last value computer. Run this model. C, CO, COM and up to computer we are getting in this order. This is the example for slicing operator, square brackets with index value. Next one, stride. Stride when slicing string. We are giving a third parameter here for striding. When the slicing operation, you can specify a third argument as the stride. which refers to the number of characters to move forward after the first character is retrieved from the string. The default value of stride is 1. Here in the square bracket we are giving the third argument, start value, end value, and the gap of number of characters. Here is an example. Here str1 string value is welcome to learn Python. This is the string value. W is the str1 of 0. E is the str1 of 2, str1 of 1, and so on. Here print of str1 of 10 colon 16 means starting value 10 and end value 16. That 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So space, here space is here. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Up to 15 only we are getting extract from the main string. So lan, up to lan. Here blank space is 10, n is 15. So 10 to 16 means we are getting the value from 10 to 15 only. So we are getting the space lan. In the next example, here third parameter is used here, that is called striding. Print str1 of 10 colon 16. 10 is the start value, 16 is the end value. Here 4 is the third parameter that is used for striding. That means the value from 10 is blank space, n is 15. Within this fourth character is printed here. Within this blank space to n, up to n, the fourth character is printed here, that is r. See 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth character is r is printed. In the next example, print str1 of 10 colon 16 colon 2. That means 10 is blank space here, 16 is n. In between each and every gap of 2 characters are printed here. Here first second character is e, 0, this is 0, is 1, 2, this is 2. So e is printed. From this 1 to r is printed. From this 2 is exceed the value of 15. So we are getting up to we are getting the result e and r. The 2 means this is the first character from the range 10 to 16. This is the second character e, that is printed. From that e, the second character is r is printed. So the 2 characters with gap are printed here, e and r, from the range 10 to 16, index value 10 to 16. In the last and final example, print str1 double colon 3. That means the first character, the starting value is not indicated and end value is not indicated. So it takes a whole string, welcome to learn Python. From that every 3 characters are printed here. First character is w. From that third character is c, he is printed. From that third character is e, that is printed. From that third character is o, that is printed, and so on. And each characters in the gap of 3 characters that are printed from the main string value. In the another example, here str1 equal to welcome to learn Python. Here print str1, the index value is -2. Here index value is -2. Note, remember that Python takes the last value as n minus 1. Last value, it takes the last value as n, not n minus 1. If it is the last value is 16, 15 is the last value. N minus 1, that is 16 minus 1, that is equal to 15 is the last value. You can also use the negative value as striding. For striding, we are giving the third argument for here a negative value. Then if you specify a third value as negative value, it prints in reverse order. If it is a negative value, it prints in reverse order. Here n is printed here. From that second character h is printed. From that second character y is printed. from that second character space is printed, from that second character R is printed, and so on up to W in reverse order. When we are giving the third argument as a negative value, we get the result in the reverse order. When we put -1 here, the given string will be printed in the reversed order. That means NOHTYP. We are going to see these examples, striding examples, by using the IDLE window. File open, stride example. Striding examples. Here str1 value is welcome to LAN Python. Print str1 10 to 16 means space to n is printed here. Next one 10:16 in this range 10 to 16 in this range, the fourth character is printed, that is R is only printed. In the another third example, 10 to 16 means this is the range. From that each gap of two characters are printed. First one E 1 2, second one from that 1 2, so E and R is printed. And in this case str1 :3, that means there is no start value, that is there is no end value, but the third argument is given here, for it is a striding argument. From this one W is the first character, from that third character is 1 2 3, C is printed, and so on. From that third character is 1 2 3, E is printed, and so on. In the last and final one, str1 -2, the third argument is given here in the negative value, so the string is printed in the reverse order from each two characters, that is n is first printed, and 1 2 H is printed, 1 2 Y is printed, and 1 2 space is printed, and 1 2 R is printed, and so on up to W. We are running this program and check it. Run model. Now space LAN, this is the first one. Space LAN is for this first one 10 to 16. R is 10 to 16 with striding operator 4, fourth one, that is R only printed, and third one 10 to 16, each and two characters are printed, E and R is printed, 1 2 E, 1 2 R is printed, and finally and fourth statement str1 of : start value is not indicated here, and end value is also not indicated, but the third argument is indicated here. So W is printed, from that third character C is printed, and up to O is printed. And last and final one, we are giving a negative value -2 here. So in the reverse order we are printed. First is N is printed, here N is printed, and second is H is printed here, and then 1 2 Y is printed, and so on up to W. If we are giving -1 here, the entire string is printed in reversed order. Save this one, run this model by run model. Now we are getting the final one here. Welcome to LAN Python, that is in reverse order. Welcome, WLCOME, to LAN Python, that is in the reverse order here. We are doing this by using the striding operator third argument as -1. If it is a +1, the increment is +1, what will be happened? Now the same string we are getting. Now check the model, run model, we are getting the same string. If it is a positive value, it is printed in the positive manner. If it is negative value, it is printed in the reversed manner. This is the example for striding operator. So when we give the, remember that when we give the negative value, it prints in reverse order. Next one, string formatting operators. Next we are going to see about the string formatting operators. The string formatting operator here is the we used the percentage symbol, is one of the most exciting feature of Python. The formatting operator percentage symbol is used to construct strings, replacing parts of the strings with the data stored in variables. Here is an syntax for that. String to be displayed with percentage value 1 and percentage value 2. That means in this one, the value of 1 is printed here. In this format, percentage value 2, the val 2 is printed here. This is the string formatting operator. Here is an example. Name equal to Rajarajan, mark equal to 98. Here print name colon percentage s. S is the formatting character. Here S is the formatting character. Percentage is the formatting operator. This is the formatting operator. S is the formatting character. When the formatting character is S, that means in this place the string value should be printed. Here Rajarajan is the string value that is printed here in the replacement of the percentage S, and in percentage D means it is decimal. Here formatting character is specified as D, that means it is the decimal value. So the decimal value is 98 here. So 98 is printed instead of percentage D. So this is the formatting string. This is called formatting string. The formatting strings has ordinary characters and formatting characters and formatting operators. We are going to see this by using the ideal window. File, open. Formatting operator. Here name equal to Rajarajan, mark equal to 98. In the placement of percentage S, name is printed. In the placement of percentage D, mark will be printed, that is 98. See this format. This is the formatting string, followed by percentage, followed by name comma mark. Run this module by using the run module. Then we get name colon Rajarajan. Instead of percentage S, Rajarajan is printed. Instead of percentage D, 98 is printed. This is the example for formatting operator percentage. Next one, formatting characters. Formatting characters means we already see the two characters. One is S, that is for percentage S, that is for string value. Second one is percentage D, that D is for decimal value. Here some of the formatting characters and usage. We tabulate the formatting characters with usage here. Percentage C means when we give this formatting character in the formatting string, we can print the character values. In this one, for signed decimal number, we use percentage D or percentage I. Instead of D, we can use I also. That is, I means integer. D for decimal. S for string. U for unsigned decimal integer. O for octal integer. X or capital X for hexa integer. Small e or e, capital E, exponential forms. That means 5.5 e plus 02. That means 5.5 into 10 power minus 2. Next one, floating point numbers. 5.5. Example 5.5, 5.52. Such numbers are indicated by percentage F. F means floating point numbers. And final one, percentage G or capital G. Short numbers in floating point or exponential notation. 5.1 multiplied by 10 power 2. That is indicated by the formatting characters G or capital G. These are the formatting characters and their usage. Next one, escape sequence in Python. Escape sequence in Python. Escape sequences starts with a backslash and it can be interpreted differently. When you have used a single quote to represent a string, all the single quotes inside the string must be escaped. Similar is the case with the double quotes. Here is the example. String within triple quotes to display a string with single quote. We see this example in the previous class. Print triple quote. We enclosed here triple quote. In that we have double quotes. We are going to print the double quotes and single quotes. So here see there's a output as they said within double quote what's there. Here what's there, a single quote also there. So two double quotes and single quotes are printed here. By using in the print option we use the triple single quotes. We give the triple single quote. A string within triple quotes to display a string. Next example, string within single quotes to display a string with single quote using escape sequence order. We are in this one we are printing the single quotes by using the escape sequence backslash in front of the single quote here. To print single quote we should use backslash in front of single quote. In the third last example, here we are printing double quotes. In this one we are using the backslash in the double quote in front of the double quote. Here also we are printing the double quotes here. Here there are two double quotes here. Instead of to print the double quote, we should use backslash, that is the escape sequence. Backslash means that is escape sequence in front of the double quotes. So in this manner we are printing single slash, single quote and double quote. We are going to see this example by using IDLE window. File open, escape sequence in Python. In first one, double quotes and single quotes. Double quotes and single quotes are printed by using three single quotes, enclosed with three single quotes. And second one, string within single quotes to display a string with single quote using escape sequence. Here single quotes is printed by using the escape sequence here in this example. In this example, the double quote is printed by using the escape sequence. The double quote is printed by using escape sequence. Run this program by using the run model. Run this program by using the, here we use the backslash to print the double quote. Here also we are using the backslash for the double quote. Here use the backslash use for the to print the single quote. Run this program by using run model. Now we are getting the value. They said within double quote what's there in the three types by using the three statements. By using the three statements. First one by using the three single quotes. But here we are giving the single quotes and double quotes only, but we are using the backslash escape sequence. We are using escape sequence to print double quotes and single quotes. These are the examples for the escape sequence. These are the examples for the escape sequence. Escape sequences supported by Python. What are the escape sequences used in the Python program? First, backslash new line, backslash and new line ignored. To print backslash, the backslash is in front of the backslash. This format is used for to print the backslash. To print a single quote it is already we have learnt now. Backslash single quote, that means it prints a single quote only. Backslash double quote means it used to print double quote. Backslash a means it produces an ASCII bell. Some of the other escape sequence and description are giving here. Backslash b means it prints the backspace. Backslash f, one page feed or form feed. Backslash n is it brings the new line. Backslash r means carriage return. Backslash t for horizontal tab. Backslash v for verbose or vertical tab. Backslash 0 for the to print the octal value. Finally, backslash x for the character that print the hexadecimal value. These are the some of the escape sequence and their descriptions. Finally, in this class we are going to see about the format function. What is format function? This function used with strings is very versatile and powerful function used for formatting strings. The curly braces, set braces, curly braces are used as placeholders or replacement fields which get replaced along with format function. In the previous section we are doing this by using the percentage s, percentage d and etc. Here we are printing by using the format function, that is curly braces. We are giving 3 curly braces here in this statement, one for num1, second curly braces for num2. These are the replacement fields. These are the replacement fields for the numbers. There are 3 numbers here. One is num1, that is printed here. Num2 is printed here. Num1 plus num2, that is printed here. Here is the example. Number 1, that is a value given by the user, that is 34. Number 2, that is this value also given by the user, that is 54 from the keyboard. In this print section, the sum of is directly printed here. Instead of curly braces, the first number num1 is printed, and the second curly braces, the num2 is printed, and third one finally the summation of num1 and num2 is printed. We are going to see this example by using IDLE window. Format function. Here we are using the 3 curly braces, that is formatting function. Instead of num1, these braces are used. For num2, these braces are used. Num1 plus num2. For num1 plus num2, these curly braces are used here. For num1 and num2, the input function is used to get the value for the number 1 and number 2. Now run this program. Now number 1, we are giving the value 77. The number 2, we are giving the value 144. Now we get the summation by the sum of 77. It is the in the formatting string we are giving the double curly braces, and also 144, it is the second curly braces. 221, it is the third curly braces. We are going to see this by here. First curly braces 77 is printed, second curly braces 144 is printed, and last final curly braces, it is 221, that is 77 plus 144, that is equal to 221 is printed. This is the example for formatting function. So format function, we are using the curly braces for that, and this example is here and output is also here. That's all, students. Thanks for watching.